Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth, and today we're talking about 4 ways, not edited, 4 ways to get money out of your IRA early and not have to pay that 10% penalty. If you're familiar with IRAs, you make a deal with them. You put the money in, you agree to keep it there till you're 59 and a half, and if you don't, provided a few exceptions, which we're going to go over, you're going to pay a penalty. Now stick around because we're doing the actual, some of the basic ones, and we're going to get into some that I bet you didn't know. So let's take a look. The first thing you can do, if you have an IRA, and let's say you're 50 years old, you want to take some money out, you could take out money to purchase a home. It is called a first-time home purchase exclusion. It's $10,000 basically. And here's the catch. It doesn't have to be your first home. It just has to be the first home that's your primary residence within the last 2 years. That's how they categorize it. Now, mortgage lenders are going to categorize it differently as what is referred to as a first-time home buyer. But according to the IRS, your IRA qualifies. You got to use the money pretty much right when you take it out. That 120 days there, don't let that fool you. Time goes by quick, but you can take out 10,000. And here, if you're married, each one of you can take out 10,000. That is your limit there. And you could buy a house, build a house. Like it could be for you, for your kids, whatever. It just has to be for a first-time home purchase. You will avoid the penalty. You will, of course, pay the taxes on any money that you take out, but you avoid the 10% penalty. So if you take out $10,000, you just saved yourself $1,000. No, I'm sorry. Jazz Wealth just saved you $1,000. You're welcome. All right, next up, college, what we call higher education. And actually, there's a new bill coming out. And if it passes, higher education would include private elementary schools and things like that and tutoring for kids. So this could change. So stay tuned to our channel. Maybe hit the subscribe button. I don't know. Anyways, you could pay for tuition, room, board, books, meal plans, whatever it has to be. It just has to be an accredited institution. You can take that money out. You will pay taxes on the IRA money that you take out. But if you're going to pay for a kid or help them go to college, you will avoid the penalty there if for some reason you're 40 years old and have a kid that's in college. Actually, that's possible. Yeah. Anyways, number 3, unreimbursed medical expenses. So there's a couple catches here. We're going to talk about this. So if your medical expenses were quite large, that's okay, no problem. But if they were more than 7.5% of your adjusted gross income, or $7,500 on $100,000 worth of adjusted gross income, then you can actually take money out to reimburse yourself. Now, it can't be money that you got back from an insurance company. They can't have reimbursed you. Trust me, the IRS will find out. And you can use it for yourself, your kids, technically anyone who's a dependent on your tax return. You're allowed to do that for them because it's all under the same roof there. And if it's for an elder, long-term care counts as well and still counts even with the new bill that's come out. Number 4, here's one you probably didn't know. If you are unemployed for a decent length of time here, at least 12 weeks in a row, you're on unemployment, you got to pay for your medical insurance. Did you know that stuff adds up? You ever seen the quotes for Cobra? If you ever had to be a part of that, just, let me know. Anyways, you can take out money from your IRA to use it to pay for those health insurance premiums there. And it could be for your spouse if she's unemployed or he's unemployed. It doesn't have to be specifically for you if you're married filing jointly. And the key here is you got to take the money inside of that year or in the next year from when you were unemployed. You don't have to do it while you're unemployed, but you have to do that there. Now, when you get a new job, and you have passed the 60-day mark, paychecks coming in for 60 days, well, then you're going to have to actually stop taking money out of the IRA. The IRS will find out if you do not. Trust me, we see these things happen there. So anyways, going over a few things here. When you take out the early withdrawal from your IRA, if you do, you're under the age of 59 and a half, you'll still pay income tax, but that's okay because you're saving the 10% penalty if you're in some need of doing that there. You are going to want to leave that record. So, for example, we do it for clients here. So if you take out money early and we have a qualified reason, if you get audited next year or something like that, we actually track it all so we can help you out through that. But if you're working with one of the big boys and you haven't thought about Jazz Wealth just yet, you're going to want to keep some accurate records here because if you do get audited, you need to prove that you fell, especially for that unreimbursed medical expenses for unemployment. Something you're going to look at. Now, of course, this is a last-ditch effort, right? As a financial advisor, I'm never going to tell you that this should be a first thing that you do. When you have other options, you should use those other options. But if you have no other options, it's nice to know you can save the money here. Now, one of the things that we do at Jazz Wealth is we work with something called your DOE score. We built it ourselves. So we would actually be able to see in real time whether you have other monies and things that you could draw from or save or cut back your retirement savings and pay the bill off over time, negotiate with potential collections if it's a medical thing, that happens. And so we actually help with that. We're really excited. Expect more videos coming about the DOE score here. We have lots of clients that are already starting to use it, so we can actually use them as examples and see if they've got their DOE straight. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you learned there 4 reasons and exceptions to taking out money from your IRA where you would not pay the 10% penalty. If we helped you in some way, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to work with a financial advisor who's been ranked 36th in the United States, according to USA Today, hey, that's us, right? So hope you'll go to our website. See ya.
Introducing the DOE score.